It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. Good evening, Adrian.
Hi, Dave.
You look dead shocked, then.
I am. I'll tell you for why. Because I just found this.
Oh. XP. Where's your earphones?
I don't know where they are. I'm very, very concerned.
Oh, I reckon the dogs had them. Oh, I forgot to download something as well.
No, but I would like to say before we start tonight's show, congratulations on your birthday this week, 50 years old.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
50, but happy birthday, Dave. Everyone in the chat, wish him happy birthday because you don't look 38, mate. Honestly.
Stone, yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you didn't have a great, but we haven't had a great week, have we? Let's face it. I've had a shit week. You've had a shit week. But we're here tonight to make it happy for everyone. Yeah, shouldn't swear. Children might be watching. But,
we are guestless tonight because I forgot to organise a guest. My bad. It was like late yesterday, and I went like that and messaged Adrian this morning to say, Adrian, I forgot to organise a guest. So you just get the two of us rambling on tonight. So
as if you're in the pub with two women sitting in the corner talking about melts.
Any input is valuable tonight as ever. So
yes. But we do have a giveaway to talk about tonight.
We've got quite a packed show. We've got a lot to talk about, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's nice that every now and again we do get a show where we obviously we concentrate on the guests most weeks, but other times every now and again, like tonight, we can dabble through all the bits and bobs that we don't really want to interrupt the guest for, do we?
No,
even though they're important, the guest is the most important. I was going to say important.
Time to reflect, David. Time to reflect. Just step back, come out of the bubble, have a thought shower. Yeah,
golden shower.
Thought shower.
Oh, sorry, never heard of that.
All that.
Never heard of all of that.
Scotty B's in the. There's quite a few people.
There are actually. Good evening, Martin Homan,
yeah.
Rob Random, Phil Wells, Facebook user. I think it's then Tyson UK.
Yes.
Chell. Adrian Gaylor.
Yes, I've actually typed on my computer in there. Commodore 64's booted up. And
Simon Hadlow. Facebook user. Dominic Tomczyk. I'm an expert with his name now, aren't I?
Yeah,
Ian Greeno. And Graham Dempsey. Oh, and Scotty B. Hello, one and all.
Oh, Shane's Badger video. Is that on the Book of Faces? Because I've got
Yes, I
an
tagged
email.
you in
I
it.
haven't looked at it. I've got an
Yes,
email.
I tagged you to watch something.
Sorry, didn't
I
look.
best bring it up, hadn't I? Really?
Yeah.
I best find it.
Yeah, that'd be.
That's what I said at the start of the show. Then, I forgot, and it was that I'd actually forgot to. Why does Facebook have to change? You're all happy with Facebook; it's all lovely, and then suddenly they change everything, and you can't find anything anymore. There it is.
It's like everything, isn't it? They do it on purpose. I find it with Amazon; they mess things up. Oh, we've got Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Hope you're well.
Hello, Dawn. Right. There's that.
Oh, Eagle Eye DJ James.
There's that.
Oh.
Eagle Eye DJ, off we go.
He's all right. He's not well.
Was he sick? I won't. No, I won't do that joke.
No. He's got He's got stomach problems, haven't you, James? And you've got to go to the. I nearly said vets, but a vet probably wouldn't help you. So he's having scans and things, but people don't want to know about that. But he can still detect. That's more important. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's a nightmare, Dave. My permissions, I've got hardly any down south. You lot up north have got a lot of pasture, haven't you? And we haven't got much down here. So I'm like scrimping around on. Oh, it's been a nightmare, absolute nightmare. But still been getting out. Found a bomb at the weekend.
Found a bomb?
Well, no, the end fuse. John Clayton's here.
Let me just pull up this video first because it'll disappear otherwise. I've actually somebody's just reminded me as well. Look at that! Look, he's walking in the Cotswolds, and it's Shane. Shane's getting bit. Look, Shane's taking it for a quarter.
Sorry,
no.
What?
Honestly, wait a minute. When I start the video,
big mistake.
Go back. Look, Shane. In it.
I thought it was Shane.
Looks a bit of him.
They're going to have
Shane with a badger.
Worms, rabies, and everything. They probably aren't alive.
Okay.
How silly is that? That is so dangerous.
Look, Shane and a badger.
Luckily, he's got quite tight trousers because if not, that would be like a ferret up a pole. That would.
Or a badger up a pole.
God, that's dangerous. I won't sleep tonight seeing that. That poor bloke. I reckon after that video, that got on his back like they do, dry humped him, and then bit his neck and killed him. That's common. 97% of badgers do that. Whilst John Clayton's on here, Dave, sorry, butting in. John, what? I know it's not very good.
Oh, it's actually, hold on. Let me stay where you are. How do you do this now? There it is. There you are.
That's the fuse for a bomb, and it's got MK2 on it. Is that a British bomb?
Mark II Escort, mate.
Yeah, but I was just in, and James found one. He's put it in the bin today. He didn't hear any explosions, but I was just interested. It's got MK2 on the side and some numbers, but I was just interested if that's British or German. Because if it's German, I'll probably make a hat out of it or something. If it's British, I'll just dispose of it appropriately. So I was just quite interested because I've Googled it and it doesn't look British. The closest I found was Japanese, but yeah. So John's probably... Oh,
he's asked Nick West. If Nick West's here, he'll be able to give his answer, certainly.
Yeah, it's probably found half a dozen of them, along with a lot of 303 rounds. Probably a dump. I'm trying to think of the name. I mean, a munitions dump.
What's his name? Rob Random said it's Canadian, but I just don't know if it's believe him or not. Good evening, Chris Langston.
Spanish. I thought it was Welsh, to be honest.
Chris Langston, I've noticed today because I occasionally turn off my messenger when I can't be bothered getting messages from, and not from you, just generally. Forget to turn it back on. Chris Bailey will tell you that as well, because it took me about 2 weeks to realise I had a message off him. So I've got your message, and I will act on it accordingly. And if it's what I think it is, thank you very, very much. And if it's not, thank you very, very much anyway. Article for the printed copy of the magazine of Mr. Langston.
That'll be very interesting.
Oh, it is very interesting. And if you do have any articles that you would like to send us in to be published in the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine printed version for the Rodney Cup Memorial Rally or Detectable, please feel free to do so via archmdmag.com.
Editor at archmdmag.com. You can email or go on the Contact Us page, can't they, David?
Yes, all that, because I always forget. I'm sorry, I was reading.
British anti-aircraft shell World War II. Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's Nick.
Yeah.
West.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate that.
Oh, Digger Dawn's going to knock us something up as well.
Oh, that that'd be nice. And
do you know next week I'm away on holiday, right? What do I miss? Shane organising Dawn to come down detecting with him, so I can't go out and play.
Oh dear.
Thanks, mate.
And Dawn might get a free driving lesson thrown in as well. Not that there's anything wrong with you driving, Dawn, but Sean might throw in a quick lesson, mightn't he? But there was also something else.
No live stream investigative. No idea what you're on about there.
What, the LP, July?
Peaky Finders?
Yeah.
Don't know about that. Luke hasn't told me about
that. Just quickly, talking of rallies and digs, we've got Rodney Cook, we've got Detectable, we've got Joan Allen, we've got Detect, we've got Detecticon, which has still got tickets available, which if you are around that area, I would book them up 100%. Go to the website or just Google Detecticon, and Scotty B will no doubt be sitting there ready to take your checks and postal orders.
In his space pants.
Sci-Finds, you right if I mention this, Dave?
Certainly.
Yeah, because I told you about it, but I've got his email address here. So, Sci-Finds, the lovely little mudlarking man, he's not little, but who's been on the show a few times, he's organising a detecting rally the 17th to the 19th of June at RAF
Perranporth, not Perranforth, which doesn't exist, Adrian.
No, which I told Dave it was Perranporth, which is near Wales, is it, or somewhere like that?
Cornwall.
Remember
that tipped you off with John Clayton?
Can you imagine me before Sat Nav? I was a nightmare.
Have you been drinking yet?
Huh?
Have you been drinking yet?
Only a little bit, but before Sat Nav, I didn't. I thought I was a nightmare, but now I know exactly where I'm going. But it's 17th and 19th of June on World War II aircraft base, Perranporth. And I don't know how much it is, but I don't think it's a lot of money. But it's, if you're interested, email sci-finds, S-I-finds, at outlook.com. That's sci-finds at outlook.com. And if I had the time, I would go up there that weekend because that would be really good. We all like finding military bits and bobs. So, yeah, Sci-Finds has got that.
I also know of another massive one, very, very local to me. I'm not privy to say anything yet because he's told me yesterday general information hasn't been released yet. But there's a 1,100 acres one, probably within half an hour's drive from my house, which is nice. And he's asked me to attend with the magazine. And then, of course, Adrian, big invite this week for the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine.
Yes. You got a picture of it on the website?
Yes, I will have in a moment. I will find one. It is called, and obviously a lot of people don't. A lot of people do subscribe to these. I don't know how to use Facebook on my computer anymore. It's called the Awakenings Expo, which is on the 25th and the 26th of, there it is, June.
June? Do you remember that? Terry and June.
Do you know?
I love that. June.
I'm trying to find the images.
You're not in the pictures.
Oh, I wouldn't be on the page. I certainly wouldn't be in the.
It's
at the Blackpool Exhibition Centre. There's a picture. Right, I've got a picture now. And for me personally, it's an old friend who I used to co-edit a magazine, the Phenomena magazine, way back when I was doing the paranormal claptrappery. And he's been a guest of ours a few times on the stove, Steve Mehra there. So I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. There you go. We've also had another person on there as well as a guest, Andrew Collins. But 24th to the 26th, I'll be in attendance on the 25th and 26th of June at the Blackpool Conference and Exhibition Centre. So you've got that chap up there, Giorgio Tsoukalos, from Ancient Aliens. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. World famous Mimi. Eric von Daniken, who I've got. Just have to put me hand out to the right, and I've got a plethora of me dad's Eric von Daniken books. And that's exciting for me, Adrian, because of me dad's Eric von Daniken books.
Yes. The man on the right. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back. Yeah.
Who's the man who did Family Fortunes?
Les Dennis.
No, the one before him. That looks like him.
Bob Monkhouse.
Yeah, it looks like Bob Monkhouse.
It looks like more like Les Dennis.
Well, it could be Bob Monkhouse. But
anyway, all of these people that you can see on your screen there, Hugh Newman on the bottom in the middle. I met him at a conference last year. Very, very, very interested chap with some very different theories from what I've heard, and actually crossing some of the things that I've come across in the past. But this is all starting, Adrian. If you remember us talking about a while ago with Steve, they're actually building Eric von Daniken, the Chariot of the Gods World in Blackpool. Hotels, conference centre, all alien-themed restaurants, all sorts going on.
I can remember him coming on the show, and it's massive, isn't it?
It's absolutely... Millions. Oh, yeah. They're basically redeveloping Blackpool, really. Pumping millions into it. So... ArkMD Mag, illustrious people on the screen. We've got a stall there for 2 days. He's invited me. He's offered me for free. So I'll be 5,000 people footfall walking past, giving them Gary Cook copies of the Rodney Cook magazine.
Who's Gary Cook? And then
that bloke, just his face will be everywhere. It'll be Gary Cook all over Blackpool, and he won't even realise it.
in the bins. No, bless him. I'm pleased for Shane. Got Dawn going with him, digging. And she's taken him a graft to spade as well. So she's got one of those, which is lovely.
Dawn, have you actually broke it in yet? Or is this your first time?
Beautiful shot.
I'm just wondering what you actually think of the weight difference for what you normally do, what you normally use.
Well,
I think she actually met Paul from
yes,
the Grafter when she come down to the dig. No, she was at the dig, and Paul was at the dig that me and Shane done a couple of months ago.
Is that the one that Paul gave you hats that I haven't got? Yeah, all right, Dave. Don't rub it in. Yeah, I'd like a McGrath.
Hey, I've tidied up, and I don't know where it is. Yeah. I know where it is. It's in my hat pile, but if I lean over, there'll be a Fisher, a Quest, a C-scope, and a Nocta Macro MIDI hood on top of my head. So best not.
Oh, you're quite dog's bark.
Oh, Badger's shouting.
Yeah, it's a bit hyper today.
Hiya, Wayne Rowland. Thanks for coming on the show last week. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Adrian, you've been salivating and perving all over his boxes this week, haven't you?
Yep, I have. And I was going to message Wayne, actually. I will message you, Wayne. But that was a really nice show last week. I think we had Steve Newman and we had Wayne on. I'm seeing Steve Newman tomorrow night at his club, popping down there. They got a auction, metal detecting auction. And I'm a bit excited about that because you know how you go to a car boot sale and you find bargains. You know when you go to an auto jumble, do you go to those, Dave?
Yeah. I don't buy anything because I don't know what I'm buying, but I do go. You'll
see something like a Rover P6 V8 badge, and it's like 50p. And you think, woohoo, that's worth like £8, £10, and it could be the same tomorrow. It might just be
me at car boot sales.
Huh?
like me at car boot sales.
Yeah, normally I come home with like 3 foot spars and 2 of them are broken. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that tomorrow night. But I hope Dawn gets on with McGrath well, because Chris Rogers, addicted to bleeps, he's been using his now for over a year, and he's been all over the place.
Rob Random says he's got some awesome pictures of his McGrafter on tour. He's going to take some more in interesting places. I dread to think about what his interesting places could be.
Well, that's quite a good marketing ploy for McGrafter. You know, like when kids go on summer holidays and you get you take the school teddy and you have to take photos of it.
Yeah.
And like my kids, it was like Isle of Wight and sort of Cornwall.
When you kidnap one of your mates' cups in work and you all take it around the world on tour and take pictures of it in different places, and nobody actually knows who's got it because they're just random pictures, and he's like,
well, at my work it wouldn't work like that, because they'd just say it's Adrian. So I'm always getting blamed for stuff. But yeah, we could do that with a big detecting show. Actually, we could have like a stuffed badger off. Oh gosh, what's the man who came on? Oh, blimey, I feel really bad. Oh, the day a slight man, who offered me a stuffed badger. Oh,
well, I'm just about to mention him incidentally in a moment. Alexander von Westenholz. Look at me, bang in there with that.
Can you imagine that if we were we are in our own virtual pub. Can you imagine if you overheard that conversation? Oh, the man with the day of slight who offered me a stuffed badger.
I've just had a very, very interesting inbox from. Oh, there's Rob Random. I've got wrong with Rob Random as well. Oh, I like that. Oh, you'll like this, Adrian. But I just had another interesting inbox from Nick West, and I don't know if I'm actually allowed to say anything, but anyway, I like that. How do we share my screen again? Rob Random's picture. You like this, Adrian? You ready?
Oh,
in it.
That is cool. He's got quite an early McGrafter there, Rob, haven't you?
Yes.
The screw on the shaft handle.
Yeah, but it's not actually a very early one, because look at the
logo and that. Yeah.
No, not the logo. No. Look at the handle itself. It's not the very early blue one.
No, but it is a Mark II, I think. It's quite an early one. They're going to become collectible, I reckon.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Especially that carbon fiber, because it's made by hand. It's not bought from China. It's made in the UK by hand. So it's they're expensive spades, but once you've had one, it's a bit like if you work in an office, like sadly I do, and you have 2 screens, and then suddenly they take one away. It's like you can't cope, and it's like that with the McGrafter. Although I'll be honest, the last couple of times I've been out, I've used a different spade, only because I've forgotten the McGrafter. But yeah, I've had mine now for nearly 2 years, I think, Dave, haven't we? 2 years?
Yeah. I've actually had mine since the blue handle. So original. In fact, you have as well, and TC.
Yep. Well, I don't know where the blue handle. I think I gave it to someone. I give a lot of my things away, don't I? So yeah, but we move on. I think McGrafter on tour would be quite good. I could take it on a holiday.
There you go.
You could get it in your case, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, but why don't you just get McGrafter stickers and sticker them everywhere? I could talk about it. He's told me I could talk about it. This is I don't know what the word is. A scoop. Got a scoop.
Go on, David. Go on.
I'm gonna have to hold on. I've got to find where I've got to open it again.
Is it a fax you've got from someone?
It's sort of a fax.
We haven't got the fax number on the website.
Ooh. Stop ding-a-ling-a-ling. No. Oh,
Book of Faces.
No, it's not Book of Faces. It's stop it. This error usually occurs because of macro setting. I'm trying to just go away.
Are you opening a spreadsheet? Are you opening up a spreadsheet or a Word document?
Microsoft Word. Let me just close it with the help of my jar.
Shouldn't have a macro in it.
I'll end up knocking my computer down now. How'd you close that now?
Chris Langston, are we at Detecticon? The dates.
Sadly, I'm not.
No, and I think, sadly, it's the 20. Oh, Scotty B, what is it? It's my wedding anniversary. 25 years. So I've got to go fishing or something. No, I've got to do something else. Scotty B, put the dates for Detecticon on the website in the thing. 29th to 1st of August, yeah. Put the web address in there, Scotty, just so people can look at it and buy tickets.
Right. Why am I doing it? Just going. I'm constantly going. Right. I'm going to knock it out in a minute. It won't be. When we do that. No. Oh, yeah. Close.
But anyway. Dave.
Closing. What?
Sorry,
I was just going to knock my computer out.
Send it to me over the interwebs. I've got me.
Is it gone yet? No.
Got me modem on. 56.
Right, hold on.
US
Nick, I'm just sending it to. How do you do that?
You sending it to me?
Yeah, what's your name? There they are.
Send it to my personal one, David.
I sent it to your Facebook.
What?
I sent it to your Facebook Messenger. He's forwarded it to me there, and I'm forwarding it to you there. Right. But I can't seem to close.
Oh my Lord! Wow.
Can you share the picture?
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh.
So, Nick West has a new book coming out.
Oh wow!
And this is the cover of his new book, without obviously the words on it as yet. But I know he's told me about this a while ago. I've been looking forward to it, and it's due out in a few months' time. I think I'm right in saying, Nick, and then we can have Nick on the show to talk about it.
Right, I will share the screen on the computer. Share screen.
The only problem is I don't actually know what it's about.
Can people see that?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing it now. There you are. Can you get it into the middle of the screen at all? Oh, no.
That's all I can get.
Oh, well, it's lots of beautiful buttons anyway. Military buttons, am I right in saying?
Can you not? What can you see?
Same. Oh, no, you can't, can you? Basically, it's your paint pad or something zoomed into 260, going up and down. So this is basically the cover with lots of beautiful buttons on. Let me try another way.
PDF's always best. Portable document format always works. Let me just. Oh dear.
Hey, I've got it. Oh, it went. It came and it went. Oh, back off. Right, not sharing anymore. Not playing. Adrian's fell over or something.
All right. Oh dear. Oh. Am I back now? Oh, hang on. Dave? Oh, what have I done?
I was tricking you.
The monkey. Hang on. No, the director, one of the camera operators fainted. So, and something's burning. I don't know what's happening.
Be London, mate.
Burning. It's burning, but it doesn't matter. But yes, so that is a lovely picture, and there's a lot of Photoshop work gone into that. And we all love buttons. I love finding buttons. Buttons are.
I think Tony Kaywood will buy that.
No, he's not in the chat. We're getting.
Okay, don't tell Tony Kaywood, and we'll get him as a prize.
How many pages is it? Do you know? Or
I don't know, Nick. If you could let me know any more information. Oh, hold on. you could talk. It's called Identifying Military Buttons, and there's over 800 buttons in it.
Well, it's interesting because my mate James found a button about 3-4 years ago, and it had a very strange crest on it and stuff. And he researched it, and it actually belonged. Oh, how did it? James, if you're in the chat, that Joanna Lumley button. It was Joanna Lumley.
Him who used to play for New Zealand.
No, what? No, that's Jonah Lomu. Joanna Lumley's relative or something, and he found a button, and it was. He wrote to her. Well, I don't think he wrote. He probably sent a fax or something.
He stood on a doorstep and stalked her, didn't he?
But buttons, lovely buttons, and I'm waiting for someone. We all have coin stands, right? But a button stand would be nice, like little hooks, especially if you've got the what's it called, the clip at the back, the posh word for it.
Graham Dempsey, you listening?
Yeah, no, seriously, you could have a little plaque like that with loads of little hooks or whatever that you could hang your buttons on and put it in a perspex frame and look quite nice. Because buttons.
Are you on green screen tonight or Xvid?
Green screen, why?
Occasionally I'm seeing a crease and I'm thinking, huh? Chris Langston is the article that Chris has sent me. I think I'm right in saying is regarding a button, but he's also discovered an inkwell as well, if I'm right in remembering, next to it, which was related to. I can't remember anymore.
Shank.
Hold on, bear with me.
A new word. I know a shank.
150 pages is book.
Wow.
Right. World War II military drummer button he found.
Oh, James. Sorry.
And it's beautiful, that drummer button. I think that. Right. No, sorry. I'm clueless anymore. No, where's that?
I was
had a
just
big
saying...
conversation about. There it is. Right. So it's seamless. Our show tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
seamless.
Well, I think.
Right. It's a World War One Prussian.
Right. The cameraman is all right.
Prussian German military button found on a World War One training camp, and it was also. Oh, it's an inkwell as well that he's found, and there's a
inkwell.
He's also found online a postcard written by a German POW at that camp, which could quite easily be related to the inkwell and the button.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got that article that's got to be published, and obviously Chris's photographs will be tremendous in the magazine, won't they?
That'd be nice. I like Rob Brandon's comment. That moment you think it's a coin and you rub the shank, it's true. You get a nice button and you think, nice gold. I lost all my words tonight. But anyway, James has just said that thing about Joanna Lumley, which is in the chat, so everyone said it, so I don't know why I'm saying it again, but anyone who hasn't got a chat, it was Joanna Lumley's great-grandfather's family crest, and he used to be a priest at Chelmsford Prison, which isn't far down the road from me. So it's amazing, isn't it? And you find
that's
that.
Interesting.
We found that in Chelmsford in a field the day I found that big hammered James. Do you remember? But yeah, it all interesting.
My mate Graham, who I used to go detective with, I've not been out with him since before COVID. He had a seal for the Manwaring family.
Captain.
Yeah, local dignitaries. And he's actually traced that back to who is the probable owner of that, and that was someone of high standing as well.
Do you know
beautiful
what?
That's on display in I think it's in Congleton Museum that at the moment.
Do you know, when I was 12 or 11, if someone had said to me, like 40 years later, you'll be sitting there talking to someone over the interwebs about buttons, I'd have thought. But I find it interesting. It's weird, isn't it? Weird how we organically grow, interested in hobbies. But yeah, someone needs to make a button holder. They really do.
Graham Dempsey.
Yeah.
Why don't, talking to Graham Dempsey, while we're here, why don't you, seeing we've actually still got 4 people watching, why don't you announce to them 4 people, Adrian, what's happening? And I will scoot on over to the Big Detecting Show.
One lucky
website.
Winner. Well, anyone who purchases a product off Graham Dempsey in the next 6 months will have the chance for a holiday for 2 in America. Oh, no. Oh, he's changed it. He's giving away stuff again for free to anyone in the world. So if you live in Kazakhstan, Malta, you can enter this competition and he will ship it to you. So all you need to do is go on the bigdetectingshow.com website. On the homepage, David's shown you there, and move your mouse over the picture and it'll do it. And click on Enter Now. And yeah, I like that.
Sorry, I was just watching that still.
I like the one with me and you's heads going like that. And
I'm not going to show that. I'm not going to scroll down to show the question.
No, don't, Dave. Get them to go on the website. So all you have to do is just answer a simple question, and you can be in with a chance of winning one of 3 prizes. One being the magnifying coin cleaning kit and Helen all bits with it. 2 being the one on the right, which is I've got one of those. It's really good, really good. And the one in the middle, which is another thing. No, it's the wax.
It's a throbbing great button.
Yeah. And we won't spam you. Your details will be kept only online for the competition, then deleted. And we'll get in touch on the 9th of June on the show. It's a live show giveaway. So a lot of people have entered, Dave.
And why don't you, when you get there and you see this thing with a very, very suave, sophisticated and skinny-looking me, leave us a message.
You don't have to put your email address.
Start recording. Allow the access to your microphone.
Go on, do it. Go on.
I said allow. How do you do that? You've got permission. You've got permit. How to enable the mic?
Allow. You just had it. Allow. It came up top left.
Where?
Wait. Scroll up and down. It doesn't work like this on anyone else's computer. It's just yours, David, I think. Oh, it's because you're through. Go on.
Hi.
Hi. David,
can't, Adrian, can't hear you. Adrian, can't hear you. I'm having a one-way conversation. You're saying sausages. Just remember that when you listen to this later. Finish your recording. Press stop. Name. Me. Don't have to put your email in. Send. And it goes to our C45 cassette.
C90 now, Dave. TD.
Oh, you better call me then.
Now.
Oh, Nick sent me a PM again. Where?
So, yeah, if you've got any questions you want to ask on the show, or you want.
Oh, thank you very much, Nick. He's going to be sending us both a coffee. Send us a coffee if you want, Nick. He'll send myself and yourself a copy to review, Adrian. Very much appreciated, Nick.
I might even be able to put it in Treasure Hunting magazine as a review on your book, Nick. I think I will, actually.
Do it.com.
Sorry?
Do.com.
Yeah, do it. Do.com. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm reviewing some stuff at the moment, actually. I won't say it, but some.
Well,
products.
Talking to Graham Dempsey, talking to the composite cleaning pencil, and talking of reviews, if you pop on over to Holtzhammer Sagas on YouTube, you will see Alexander von Westenholz, brand new video where he's reviewing and using the composite cleaning pencil kit, and he's I think it's he's Graham showed me the message he sent him, and he was very excited about what he was able to achieve of it.
Yeah, I think he's used the traditional methods over the years, and once he got hold of Graham's stuff, I think he was blown away.
I think now he's learnt that he's going to actually stop doing auction stuff and buying and selling and trading and just spend days cleaning stuff.
Listening to Radio 3, drinking a bottle of Drambuie each day.
Well, he won't be watching BBC 4 or CBeebies, will he? No,
I can't believe that. Do you know what? That really annoyed me because I'm not worried about CBeebies, apart from 4 Teletubbies repeats. But BBC 4 is a really good channel and it's got a lot of history on there.
Oh, yeah.
That's relevant.
Well, about 10 people messaged me last night. Dave, BBC 4 now. Aerial archaeology it was about.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. And this week, I don't think it was on BBC 4, the witch trials thing.
That was BBC 2. Fantastic.
That was really good because the Witchfinder General, because Essex, we had more witches. They said it was in Scotland, but I think that's because it's United Kingdom. But in Britain, Essex, we had loads. Down the road from me, we've got a well where they drowned them. Loads of them, hundreds of them.
If you actually Google it, Adrian, there's a series of books set around a made-up location called the Essex Witch Museum.
I didn't know that, David, and I lived there.
I've read them.
Well, in anyone who knows Essex, there's a place called Gallywood, which is not far from me. And in the 70s, it was developed massively, like thousands of houses. But originally, it was called Gallows Wood. And the developers went, oh, we can't call it. Why is it called Gallows Wood? And some like bumpkin down the pub drinking like 12 pints said,
it's where the gallows were.
Yeah. And that's where they hung the witches and killed them and all that. And they had, what are the stocks?
Stocks?
Yeah. But interesting, when you go on a school trip, like down south, we go to a place called Kentwell Hall and they put you in the stocks and they threw tomatoes at you. No, they didn't. Did they, Dave? They did a lot worse things to you when you were in the stocks. And it included front and rear, pins in you, burning you, kicking you. Oh, it was awful. And they renamed the area.
So what you're saying is when you take the kids on a trip, you've done all the burning you and stuff to kids. Is that where we're going with this?
I put a heated
or you want to recreate it?
I put a heated lighter on my son's leg when he was about 4. No, I didn't. I'll get in trouble saying that. That's what it was really like. Not tomatoes and rotten fruit. But,
burning lighter.
It's awful. That programme that was on this week, BBC 2, what was it called? The Witchfinder something? But it was really good because in history, it was basically if you're a woman and you're a bit different, you're a witch or a bloke. So basically, anyone who's a hippie, a vegan, or sort of a bit different today, you were deemed as a witch, weren't you, Dave? And they killed you. That's basically what happened.
Absolutely.
And
I've got to share again because we've had an image sent to us by John Clayton
teabag
to ask what era coin is this?
1200 to 1250 Galaminus Tinalis.
Saxon, Roman.
Can you zoom in a bit?
Oh, not big as well.
I've got very similar next to my bedside table, which I'm.
How'd you zoom in?
Yeah. Oh, no, you can't.
I'm zooming in, but I'm actually zooming out. The picture won't zoom in. FFS.
I've got.
Don't know how to do. Oh, it's gone off. It's all going off. I can't zoom in. Sorry.
That looks.
I can go closer. I can see it bigger. That helps.
Sorry, you got the other side. Not that I'm an expert, but I'd say it looks Roman. I'd say that's Roman. Interesting what people say. But
Celtic, Saxon, or Roman?
I'd say Roman. Nice coin. I've got one similar to my bed at the moment, which I keep looking at in Spinks and books. Don't know. Philip Wills Control Plus is put on your keyboard.
Crumpet from behind with bubbling. Oh no, I thought you were still on about the coin there. Gareth Howard. Eagle Eye DJ agrees with a skeet. Hold up.
Don't listen to him.
Let me try again then. Control and plus. Where's plus? There. No, that's just sending me screen, but it's not sending the picture bigger. Yeah. Control Alt Delete. Yeah.
So
Can
we have the show where I spend an hour looking up the coin?
I'm going away on Saturday.
Yes,
and I'm taking the Fisher and the Vanquish with me. Now the reason I'm not taking the Q30, yeah, Q30 with us is because basically I've not even had a chance to try it properly yet. Ben had it, honestly. When we done that dig, Ben had it before the dig started. He said, have a go with this, see what you think. And he come back minutes later, right? He hadn't even dug anything up, and he had a small handful of coins and knickknacks.
Yep, I being British, we all like the underdog. I do anyway. And the Quest machines, when they first came out, were a bit, they had a few coil issues, but they're cracking. Honestly, that you can turn up at a dig with one, and people will go, but you'll be the one laughing when you start pulling coins. They love coins. The Q30 loves coins massively. But I would say, Dave, that the Q30 will perform a lot better than the Fisher on the beach if you're going beach.
Will it? Oh, yeah, massively. I'll do that then.
And it's waterproof.
I did. So yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll do that then.
You can go into the sea in your pants or whatever you wear, and you can take the Quest in there. It's fully waterproof.
Yeah, good call. Didn't even think of that. Yeah, I'll do that then. Better idea.
Don't have to worry about saying. I took the Q60 on the Isle of Wight last year, beach detecting, and it. To be fair, it's actually better on the beach than it is on the land. It's really, really good. It's probably on a par with an Equinox and a Deus 2, I found. It's stable, quiet, got good depth. Really, really good machine. But
thankfully I actually mentioned it. Obviously, didn't even think that. I just thought because I've sussed out the Vanquish. But if I am going away, it means that I actually can't have the opportunity to play with it. You don't Q35, I mean.
The Q30, yeah, the Q30, Dave, just turn it on, beach mode, sensitivity, drop it down a bit, and off you go, mate. Honestly, simple as.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think that makes perfect sense, to be honest, but hey, I'm not thinking.
Little tip, put headphones on, leave one off the ear a bit. And
I always do that when I've got headphones on anyway.
Yeah.
Like now.
And no one will talk to you, and if they do, just ignore them, because you'll get, have you found anything yet? You'll get all them, won't you? Found gold. You get all them.
Well, I'm revisiting. There's a field on the opposite side of the island, which I was given permission to by the landowner a few years ago. Ooh. So I'm going to go back in and see if it's all right to go on there. And obviously Wayne Rowland last week. I don't want to be cheeky or anything, but he did give me a shout and say, let us know if you're on the island, and if you're around, we'll sort some. And we're doing something. The group will give you a shout. So I've semi got an invitation now, but I don't like being a burden on people, and I'm not that way inclined, as you know. So, but yeah, I'll be on the beach. The site that we're on, there's lots of fields surrounding it. My uncle lives just down the road, and obviously knows a lot of people because he's lived there in Benwick since before Benwick was the place to go to in Anglesey. It was quiet when they first moved there. So he knows all the people locally. So I will see my uncle and see what I can do there. Plus, I was telling me, I was saying to Shane about it the other night. Myself and a former friend, we were doing a survey for Cadieux. sort of Pentraeth area. Cadw, it's basically the Welsh version of English Heritage. We were doing a survey for them on the island in a certain area around Pentraeth. The person who was employing us, and I don't mean monetarily, but employing us in the loose terms, was he worked alongside the Antiquarian Society, and Cadw people had contacted him. Would he do it? This particular area around where his business was. And he said, no, but I know a man who can. So we were doing it. But this was at a time when I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And it was an old Garrett with, what's going on? It's actually a better view now. You look dead light. You look like daytime.
Candles have just fallen off the shelf.
4.
Smoke coming, but it doesn't matter. Keep going. Sorry.
So anyway, yeah. So I didn't know I was doing. You know what they called analog. I'll call them analog, even though Martin Bass told me exactly what's what when it comes to that. But they turned the button. There was old Garrett, one of them I had, and didn't have a clue what I was doing. So,
do you know what? You've just raised something there, Martin Bass, C-Scope. That'd be good to get him on the show, wouldn't it?
Yes. He's always welcome. He knows that.
Because he's a lovely chap, and he's been working for C-Scope since like 1964. A very interesting guy on there. He's grown up and evolved with the hobby, and it is a British metal detector. So,
and it'd be interesting if he would be willing to speak about it, to find out about what the whole process was with the Evo. And
I don't think he'd
exactly. I know it'd be nice to know though what would be their thoughts on it now.
I don't think.
Although I wouldn't like to ask, but if he would like to speak about it, it'd be nice.
I think you learn by your mistakes, and the Evo was a bit of a mistake. It detectable. What was it? 2019. We saw it. At the time, it was revolutionary and amazing. All looked good, but unfortunately, it took because of COVID and supply chain issues. It sort of and software issues. It sadly. Well, I don't know. It's really sad because there's probably thousands of them sitting in a warehouse somewhere, not just sitting there, and they might be reverse engineering them or sending them out to Zimbabwe or something to find silicon. I don't know, but it'd be a good one to get on, wouldn't it, Martin Bass? Interesting.
And to be fair though, Adrian, all the chaps who we generally meet at Detectable from the C-Scope, they're all lovely, and Martin especially.
Yeah, Martin's, he's a lovely guy. I think he went off sick, unfortunately, a few months ago, but hopefully he's back and he's doing well. But yeah, British company, down the road from me, only in Kent. And I mean, they're still doing well. They're world leaders in detection technology for things in the ground that are for commercial, like drains and electrical cables. So they do very well. And they also make topper sailing boats.
You do? Hey, do you know what I saw a video of on Facebook the other day? And I can't remember where, and I can't remember what, but it was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Disabled gentleman in his, his 4-wheel buggy, but it's a 4-wheel buggy that's been properly made for him, specifically so he can sort of like go off-roading with it, because he's a metal detectorist. So he's going to be it was showing you going through all the mud along this pathway, ripping it up in this buggy because he could. And he said, just testing it so when I go out detecting. How brilliant's that?
Does he dig?
I presume so, yeah. Or unless he gets somebody to dig for him. But
I had this conversation with someone. I was in a magazine this week. I forgot to tell you, Dave. Not Treasure. It's in another one.
Nookie.
I won't show you, but I'll send it after the chat. A well-known magazine. But one of the things I was interviewed about was, what are your worries about metal detecting as a hobby? And I explained about green waste and like legislation and stuff like that. But I said, and she said, what about personally? And I went, what do you mean? She said, well, what if you couldn't ever metal detect? And I went, and I said, I've had nightmares about it. Like, if, God forbid, I say I drank too much and I was waiting for a train and fell off the platform because I drank too much, and a train went over my legs and I was in a wheelchair, I would still detect in a wheelchair. But the hobby, I was trying to fathom out the exciting bit. So the night before you go out, you're excited, you charge up your machine, you get in the car, you think, gold today, hammered, whatever. You get in the field, you go in the field, you get a signal. Oh my God, this is so exciting when you get a good signal. But is it all that, or is it that minute you dig out that clod and see that coin? So can you dig a clod in a wheelchair? Do you get what I'm saying?
Can't see why not. Can't see why not.
You've got on a spade, haven't you? Otherwise, you're like. And I was worried then, and I went to bed thinking about it, and it's still, and he just raised it tonight because the whole excitement is getting that clod and going.
Did it all during this interview was when you said the things that you're scared of, and what did you bring badges up?
I did, but I didn't elaborate on it just in case she thought I was weird or something. I'll show you actually. Actually, anyone who's watching from Essex will know this. Not that they really want.
Is it Essex Monthly?
Pretty much.
I was driving home from work the other night, Adrian, as you do.
Were you in a car?
I was in my car, yeah. But there was a van in front of me, and I thought, something about that van. And I couldn't quite suss it out. And then I saw Dig Life stickers on the back window.
Oh, Fodder Phil.
Yeah, it was Darren Richardson, the JCB digger, in front of me. Essex Life. Oh, is that like we have Cheshire Life up here? It's the one that the Cheshire Life's the one that James Baum, the TV presenter for History, writes for. So it's your obviously Chav version of that.
No, it's probably bigger than yours and got houses that are worth more and better stories.
You reckon? Never heard of the Cheshire set.
Sorry? No.
You've heard of the Cheshire set, and it's not where the badgers live.
The woman interviewed me, and she was waffling on, and I think we were on the phone for an hour because she said, "Oh my God, I didn't know metal detecting was so interesting." And I went, "Yeah." She was American, I think, and I was like, "Yeah, I love it as a hobby." And she said, "Oh my God, this is such a great hobby. Oh, I really want to take it up." I'm thinking, "Oh no," not that I don't discourage people from taking it up, but it's not like sort of like going down to the gym, is it? It's like it's sort of.
I thought you'd invited her out. Why don't you come and do an expose? Come out with me and James.
Housing manager might be watching.
But you know,
if she is,
obviously,
say that.
No,
obviously,
but it's a great hobby, yeah, and yes. So yeah, I did that this week. What was one? Dinner ladies that look like badgers scare me. Gareth Howard. Oh,
hey, my daughter last night, she goes to me, you know how kids talk in this new sort of like chav language and say things like wagwan fam and stuff. She calls me my bro and stuff like that all the time. I'm like, and my dad, all right, my bro, fam. Okay, yeah, crack on. So I was on about somebody at school and she went, "Oh, no, they're furries." I went, "You what?" She went, "Furries." I went, "You what? Furries."
Fairies?
Right.
What,
no, fairies. Fairies, right. Honest to God, Adrian, I Googled it and this existed. It's people who go round dressed up as wolves. I.e. with like furry costumes on. And I'm like, I'm not. So I said, "What are you telling me? They go up and dress as animals?" "No, Dad. Wolves and foxes, dog type critters, furries." It's a. I think it must be like. I think it must be like pansexuals and stuff. Furries dress as animals for. I don't know why.
Sorry.
We can only surmise.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm gonna Google it
and wolves
for pleasure.
When I was young, all we had was goths, punks, bit of new wave hanging in, mods, which I quite like because it's smart. Oh God.
Yeah, furry on the Urban Dictionary. We like the Urban Dictionary. Some would argue that to be a furry, you must think and talk like one. Even if you go to conventions, wear a fursuit, walk the walk, and talk the talk.
Don't. Let's move on.
No. Look, I've got to show you the picture. I've got to show you the pictures of some furries.
I can't see it. Don't worry. Move on. What would people? No, just for God's sake. There's a bloody war on, and there's people walking around dressed as a bloody chihuahua. Sorry.
I thought gimps were bad. Anyway, no, you're dressed as a chihuahua.
Listen, more importantly, let's move it on to metal detecting because it is the big detecting show.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
There's rumours that Minelab are bringing out some machines this year, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. What would people in the chat really, really, especially Equinox, Vanquish users, Go Find users, what would they love Minelab to suddenly say, boom, we're putting that inbuilt into your detector? And I don't want
snacks,
rubbish and like pork pie pouch and all that. What would be a really interesting adaptation? I know what mine would be, and I know what I think they might be putting in. What would people like to see Minelab develop? And don't talk about shafts. We're talking about the control box area, the front bit. Bluetooth to the phone.
I was just about to say Bluetooth to the phone, then, honestly. So if somebody rings, you can just click it onto your headphones.
Yeah, record fines, better build quality. Yes, there have been. I'm on my second coil, third on my
clock,
sequins.
Sequins.
Yes, definitely sequins. But detector Kev, you can put those on yourself like I do, or little Diamontes.
No cable and the same shaft as a Deus.
Stephen Brown, that is a very good call because I think if they do that, that will be a bit of a game changer.
A furry box and shaft.
I
Get
don't know how the furry box bit would work and the shaft because in mud and dirt you get all like brown stuff over your shaft.
And how would you actually be able to fit the shaft into the furry box?
Yeah, all that dirt in your box. It's not good.
Bluetooth to the phone does work through the headphones on the Nox, though. Shane's sick of going through coil strengthening. He's got 4 now.
Sorry, disabled diggers he saw someone who spent 12.5 grand on a rough collie costume. That was me. No. Dear.
No phone interference. Now, Shane, that's a big one for Shane. No mobile phone interference. Because obviously a lot of people do take YouTube videos. They're getting a lot of telephone interference. While I know you can put it on airplane mode and such like, but they're getting a lot of interference nonetheless. Someone just pulled my head off nearly.
XLT white spectrum. Yes. John Clayton. Yes.
Get rid of the D-sized batteries.
I'm waiting for someone to say change the colour.
Sausage roll satchel.
Ooh.
John Clayton had the XLT white spectrum, which you could put in one program just to find pound coins. Still loaded into the machine, so one program just for one metal.
Poor old whites. Sad, isn't it, what happened to them? Bit like
I used to like the lemonade.
Elvis Costello did his dad did the advert for that in the 70s.
Remember that?
The phone is used to record is disconnected. My actual phone goes in the back pocket, cuts down on the interference. Yeah, see, I put mine in the back pocket. Occasionally I'll turn it off, but I'll try and leave it on. If I get a new machine, do you know what? There's one machine I've had in the last 2 or 3 years that had problems with the phone. I won't say what it is, but it's not available now to buy. Yeah, Digger's Dips. I think he's hit the nail on the head. Camera to film whilst detecting. Yeah, that I think is possibly one of the key things. Might be on the. Sorry, Dave. Go on.
And talking of Digger's Dips.
Oh yeah. Go on.
He's going to come on in a couple of weeks. Chris and his son Jordan to go over Digger's Dips, the new updates on Digger's Dips, etc., and also some news from Jordan. But I asked him today, I said, Chris, can you send me a message which basically explains the recent changes to Digger's Dips? So, basically, they've removed the prize draws. Too many people were doing them, and they've replaced them with mini digs. The mini dig is a short game that runs for 1 week. You get unlimited digs to find 15 items that each have a points value. Every point you score adds to your game total that goes into the leaderboard. The top 10 scorers win a prize. Game only runs for 5 days, so players get their prizes every week guaranteed. Rather than waiting for draws to finish, players know that they will get their prizes every week and have all the fun of virtual digging. And they also have options to run different time frames for the draws too. In reality, you get to play for a prize, guaranteed time scale, and you could win a big prize for as little as £1. You've also already had one chap play 2 games and hit the top of the leaderboard. So there you go. Get over to Digger's Dips.
Diggersdips.com, I think, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, Digger's Dips.
I think it is.
Toilet
roll holder.
I'll tell you what would be good, but it could get complicated, is if on Digger's Dips, under your profile, you could choose a machine to use. That'd be quite good. And
what about like a little caster wheel on the bottom? So when you're going along the ground on pasture, you keep low to the floor and you can go side to side that easy.
Yeah, well, you could. Well, this is proper messing up their developer, but how cool would it be in the future? I'm not talking about now. Is under your profile, you put your name and what you want to be called out in the field, but you could select a machine. Oh, do you know what? I'm thinking about it. It's like a game, but you don't want to make it too complicated. But you could start with like a MIDI horde and then go up to like a Simplex and then a Vanquish 540 and then a Equinox and then a CTX and then you could, just thinking that. Or you could just put what machine you got and it could be one of the features, but I'm probably just waffling on. So, but
Chris, include machines.
It'd be quite good. And then suddenly, if MindLab topped it above everyone else, you could contact MindLab and say, "Oh, would you want to sponsor us? 50 grand a week?" No, but yeah, it'd be quite nice. You know, like on forums, you put like Dave Sadler, like cake, Vanquish 540, Quest Q30, MindLab pinpointer sort of thing. You could have all that. You know what I mean, didn't you, Dave? Cool. Do you know what
Sorry, I just went on. You mentioned cake.
Cake. Cake. I haven't eaten cake for about a week, actually.
I had a full birthday cake in about 2 days.
Ooh. Dark Knight Detectorist, grass strimmer built into the coil for when you're in long grass. Yeah, you could pay extra for credits to strim the grass. Oh my God, it's like a DS.
No, I think he actually means when you're going detecting with a new mine lab to have a strimmer cut in so you can strim the grass while you're detecting, which lets you get down to short grass.
Yeah. Oh, Digger's Dips, you've been hacking our chat, Adrian. Look, they're on it. They're They're on it. But I haven't been on Diggers Dips for a while, and I think I might give it. So there's a lot of people who, when it first came out, I think you were one, Dave.
I won quite a few times, yeah.
You were playing it in the toilet at work and stuff like that, weren't you? So,
No, it wasn't. I work at work, Adrian.
Oh, sorry. No, your cousin who lives in another country was playing it in the toilet.
No, it was that Chinese fella, Rave Radler.
Yeah.
Rave Radler.
Wing Wang Woo. Yeah, yeah, it's not right. Yeah. But yeah, Diggers Dips. And everyone did like it when we had it on the show, didn't they? It used to cause a hell of a lot of rumble in the chat.
We did used to like the guess the number, didn't we?
Yeah. But if we could have, I'll tell you what we could do. We can't because that's illegal. Run a sweepstake on who in the chat is going to get the highest. Yeah, we could do that, but not for money.
Well, let's be a bit revealing. Chris and I have been talking about bringing Diggers Dips back to the show, which very, very we want to do. It's just on our behalf, we want to source some prizes instead of obviously Chris donating the prizes like they used to. So we've got to obviously sort that out, and we'd hopefully be able to bring one of these games to the Big Detecting Show every week, where we launch it at 9 p.m. and then it finishes at whatever time, and then we report back and announce the winners the following week.
That sounds good.
There you go. Something like that, anyway. Something along that lines. Chris is obviously got something better in his mind than I generally speak.
Tony Wobbly Kaywood's in the chat.
He's not. Where? Oh, there he is. There's Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Tony.
And again.
There he is.
And again.
And again. Do you know what the video file's actually called? TC fail.
No, I think
Tony. Me and Adrian, we're going to have something that you want. Nick West.
Oh, yeah, he's missed it. Yeah, don't tell him. Don't
tell him.
Tony, how are you getting on with the Atrex the Quest? Rutus headphones on the Atrex. I went out Saturday with them, and they wouldn't connect, wouldn't turn on, nothing but troublesome. Then I realised I hadn't charged them. They're just like the
Jesse James.
Oh, right. They're exactly the same as the MindLab ones, but they've got a different chip in. Rutus have taken.
I like chips. Absolutely love chips.
He might say something, but
I actually had the best chips I've had for a long time on Saturday. Sorry, you said chips.
Yeah, chips. But the Atrex is Rutus. It's a good little machine. Sid Parry's got one at the moment, and he's having a play with it. I think I wrote a review. I did last month on it, and cracking machine.
I forgot to tell you something that we did on Saturday that you would have found highly amusing. Just you would have sat there drinking, laughing.
Streaking?
No, it was my son's postponed birthday party from last October. So it was Zorbin. It's this like proper adventure place by us. Zorbin, you know, the big balls rolling down the hill. Yeah. But this was Aqua Zorbin, so they filled it with water.
What?
Oh, they were piss wet through. But the first ones went down. They all come piss wet through. The second ones went down. I shouldn't have laughed, but one came out. Well, the three of them came out crying. One had just done his knee in. One had nearly broke his nose. There was blood all in the water from his nose. And the other one nearly drowned the water because he was stuck between the other two.
And your son
drinking, watching that. He went in the first. Well, he's massive, and he was all right.
Sorry, you get in a bowl full of water.
Basically, it's Zorbin. So what they do, Zorbin, you get in these massive ball. It's a ball within a ball, and you link arms so you don't all fly everywhere. So the three of them are linked arms in it. But this particular one, Aquazorbin, they fill it with water, so it's like a washing machine when you're rolling downhill. Thrill factor, isn't it? But watching the people come up bloody and stuff was amusing in a weird sort of way.
Oh no, Christ, when I was at school, we just built a ramp in the garden and jumped it on our BMXs. That's about it, really.
Oh, mate, them are the days. You're not allowed to do stuff like that anymore.
Yes, you
Making
are.
ramps and
Yeah,
no,
that's
people frown upon them and report you to the police and stuff.
my kids,
Yeah,
mate.
I tell you what, you don't see ramps anywhere anymore.
I tell you what, last year we went, me and my daughter, for a walk, and no, this year, to a football ground that's now closed down with a community centre all boarded up. And I said, "What the hell's that?" And there was a spade and loads of soil dug up with kids who patted it all down. They built a ramp, and it was a big ramp. And I thought, bloody hats off to you. You know, you could have been sitting there spraying the place or smashing the windows, but no, you've gone, I know, I'm going to make a ramp. Like a den, you know, when we were younger, or a fire. They could have burnt the place down, but no, they built a ramp. So most people have moaned and say, oh, they've caused vandalism. But no, build a good ramp. Everyone loves a ramp. I'd reckon.
Eagle Eye DJI says, Bado record great ramps, Adrian.
Yes, oh, God. Well, James, that was actually bombs that created those holes. And the pond, the third pond, was a bomb pit. So, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And now they're ponds and...
But people are saying it's bike ramps. Yes, there's BMX tracks and that of you, but we're talking about kids who've gone out and built their own very, very dangerous, precarious ramp and are jumping on it. You don't see it as much anymore.
Did you get...
There's a picture on Facebook the other day I saw, Adrian. I was like, oh, my God, to be a kid again. It was a picture of a load of kids in a block of flats, queuing up about 4 floors up to dive off. And there's a kid mid-flight onto a load of bloody... mattresses at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, wasn't it?
You don't do that now. Kids haven't got any danger in them. He's sitting in the house playing Nintendo.
Do you remember when your mate would make a ramp and it'd have like one brick under it and he'd get you to lay under it and he'd jump you? The thrill you'd have, like you'd be laying there, heart pumping. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Or, yeah, it's what it's all about, isn't it? And then you get your top trump card and a peg off your mum's washing line, put it in your bike. You got a motorbike. You got a motorbike in your head. I loved it.
My best mate growing up, his brother was part of a motorcycle display team. And it was bonfire night one year at the Rake Arms pub in Ellesmere Port. And they had a big bonfire on, but they had these doing the thing. So we all went up, me, Jason, went out, and he's like, right, I need you to all lie down. So because I'm mates of us, said we all lie down there. So I'm laid down. And it's a scaffold board with a pole across it. I'm holding it like that. So my arms are on the ground like that, lying underneath the board between my legs. And he's going over the motorbike, doing jumps and that. And I was like, what am I doing? Doing that. Done that. What does he do? Revs his bloody engine just as he goes over me. So his wheel goes round like mad. I was absolutely bolted in mud. He'd done it on purpose. Wanker.
That's quite skillful, actually. Yeah,
it is. It is.
Miss all that.
Madison's motorcycle stunt team, they were called.
I'm just looking in the chat. Evil Knievel. Oh yeah, I've seen that bloke, Tony Kaywood. He uses Evil Knievel. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of money. The amount of persuasion I had to give my parents to get me an Evil Knievel for Christmas. Bit of play. Yeah, that's right. Dave Stanford. Yeah. Yeah. Used to lay under a bit of plywood and your mates would ride over you. You're like, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
I might get Mason in the street tomorrow and borrow his bike and ride over him on it. Probably die, wouldn't he?
Protecting UK. Yes, I'm down Wickford tomorrow at your club night auction. And come and say hello to me, because I apologise if I stand there like an idiot with my pint, not knowing anyone, or just sitting in the toilet or on my own. But yeah, come and say hello.
Dark Knight Detectorist. When I was 8, I had an operation on my undercarriage. Bedridden for 2 weeks. First time outside afterwards, I jumped a ramp on my BMX, straight down on the crossbar and back in hospital.
Oh, I bet it was an
Phil Wells, I think the best I did was a piece of ply on a couple of bricks, jumping over 14 kids lined up.
Really?
I'd have just actually gone on the ramp and then carried on and just rode over them all instead of jumping.
Philip, if that's recently, mate, you want to seriously be careful. Oh no, it must have been when you were younger. You don't want to jump over children at our age. Ivy and Dad, yeah, see you there. Those were the. Oh, do you know?
Disabled digger, stick someone in an oil drum and roll them down the road.
I could. Oh God, yeah.
I used to have wheelie bin races and just like purposefully smash people into edges and stuff.
Do you know? Yeah, I can say this. When I was about 11, my brother, he's a bit older than me. He worked in a gun shop and he was selling the air rifles, not the shotguns, because he was younger. And he used to come home with a new air rifle every weekend. And James, Eagle Eye DJ, will comment on this. Quite often out the bedroom window, you'd hear pellets going up the garden. My brother would be shooting. And can I have a go? Can I have a go? And my brother would go, yeah, well, in a minute. And he'd get through a tin of pellets. And then he'd say, yeah, you can have a go, but only if. And he'd send me up the garden, standing behind the rockery Mum and Dad had built, with a World War II ARP helmet that we had in the shed. And he's shooting my head with an air rifle for about half hour. And then after that, he'd let me come in and shoot his air rifle probably 2 or 3 times. But yeah, that was, yeah, remember that. But James, Eagle Eye DJ, if he's watching, he'll remember that. Because his family used to have to all go in the summer when we were shooting. Yeah, bit silly, really. It's probably illegal now. But
Adrian, would you believe it's 9:25 already?
Last orders, Dave.
It is last orders.
Your car is out the front, ready for you. And do you still want a bacon and pineapple burger on the way home? Director's just said.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
I've got a Caesar salad and chocolate diet on the way home as well. So thank you for the crew tonight and the cameramen. Really appreciate them all coming out tonight. And thank you, Dave, for doing all your computer stuff as well.
Give me one.
Computer.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, visualization, graphics.
It was really smooth.
Right, it was good.
Well, next week, I've got to sort out the guest. However, being on the Isle of Anglesey, in a mobile home, there may not be any reception, so you may not have me. And through other circumstances, you may not have Adrian, so we may have an enforced break next week. Bear with us on that. We'll try not to, obviously, because we've not had a big detecting show for 3 years plus now in whatever format. So hope to see you next. So hopefully we'll be here.
Yeah,
next week.
I've got things going on. I've got things going on in the background, sadly, and I'll try and be here next week. And if I am, I will bring on. I might even do it live from a pub or something, or a ice skating rink if I can make it. But hopefully I can.
Mm-hmm.
So, I might. Well, Elon Musk phoned me today, but I can't do him because of the time difference. But I'm sure we'll sort something out.
It wasn't Elon. It was his brother Jovan.
Oh,
that was his shit.
Well, the facts was really unclear. I couldn't read it. It was very bitmapped. It was in Comic Sans, which doesn't always translate well on facts. But Dave, you have a lovely holiday, mate.
There you go. Shane, Staffordshire Searcher said him and Tony K would do it. Have a party with them. Get TC come on, talk about the Atrex and his growing collection of Norwegian buttons.
Not Tony, but me getting geeky on the Atrix. Yeah, we could have a. We'll sort something out.
And then in 2 weeks, don't forget, go on to thebigdetectiveshow.com to enter the current competition, kindly ran and donated by Mr. Graham Dempsey from the Composite Cleaning Pencil. Free to enter. all you have to do is go onto the bigdetectiveshow.com and leave us a message while you're there. Yes, even you, Rob Randall.
We haven't had many from Rob. Well, apart from the first 40 dozen.
No, I thought we'd just get you'd get pissed and just
leave
constantly
them, Rob,
bombard us.
When I wake up at 3 in the morning with nothing to do, it's nice to listen to you talking again and again and again and again
and again.
Yeah, and again. But no, thank you everyone for watching tonight. Very much appreciate it, and hopefully next week we'll be here. So you won't have to listen to Radio 3 in the dark. You could listen to us.
And again.
Couldn't they, David?
And again.
And again.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were still on about Rob. He's forgot to send us love notes.
I like that, James, Eagle Eye DJ. James, I only shot. I didn't shit on you. I didn't shoot you. I accidentally shot.
Did you shit on him?
No, I accidentally shot your sister Vicky once, only once, I think. Poor old TC, bless him. We're all God's children. Anyway, David, have a lovely rest of your week, and next week is the President's Jubilee.
El Presidente Englander.
No, we got the Queen's Jubilee. God bless her. Still hanging in there. So I might make a Jubilee hat, actually.
With lizards hanging off it because she's a lizard. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong events. That's the one about a couple of weeks, isn't it? Sorry,
she's
I got
actually a qualified mechanic and marksman. So I might have a gun on it with a wheel of a Reliant Robin. She's a qualified.
You pick up at an auto jumble.
Yeah, I might live stream from Buckingham Palace.
Get in.
Badges off.
Right.
Anyway, thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, have a great week, everybody, and hopefully see you next week. Adrian, speak to you very shortly. Take care, everyone, and good night. Oh, hold on. What do we do? There we are. Wrong one. Good night.